Hey y'all, I am back. As you can see, the children are out the car, or Aiden is out the car, and I just wanted to just hit you guys with some things real quick. So a little bit about me. I started working when I was 15 years old. I started at this company called Kmart at the time. Back then I was still in Florida. This one was on 163rd Street in it was in North Miami Beach. I started working there for a little bit, and when I realized that that wasn't for me, and I started working in the men's department, and I'm like, oh no, this is not something I can do. I cannot do retail. I give my hats off to people in retail, because let me tell you something, you got to be a strong soul. Now, going forward in my life, I've been fortunate enough to work in hospitals and, in the administrative sector of it. And I decided, I'm like, you know what? I want to just retire. I want to work. I want to get my pension. I want to, do all these different things. And then boom, graduated high school, went to college and all these different things, got my degree. Of course, I'm not in my field of my degree. Okay. Racked up over $70,000 in damn loans. That literally stressed me out. But thank you, Biden. All of that has been dismissed. Gone. Okay. Now I'm working. I'm like, man. And then, you work so much. You working to pay your bills. You only got enough for this. And then your kids have these functions. They got to do things, and they got to go here. They have to go there. They got to go, and you can't do it because you're working. Not only that, let me dive a little deeper. Before you can even go to these events, you got to request paid time off. Now, sometimes you can get the paid time off, but it all depends on if somebody else took the time. Then if you took it, if they took it, you could forget it. So now it's a thought process of, should I call out? Because I need to go, to my kids' events. But if I don't, then, I won't get paid, or I'll probably get written up. All of that started bothering me. And then I just ignored it. I stored that in the back of my mind. 2014, my dad passed away. That hit me hard. My dad's plan was to work, get his retirement, and live life. Well, guess what? My dad died at 57. His pension that he worked so hard for, gone. Didn't come to nobody. He wasn't married. Didn't come to his children. It went back into the plan. Okay? Now I'm sitting here thinking like, wait a minute. Is this what life is? So, okay, I continue to work. Because I was working at a hospital in Broward County. I worked there for about 13 years until I moved here. Then I started working in law enforcement. And so I thought about that. And then I'm like saying to myself, Victoria, this is not for you. Working a 9-to-5 is not for you. It's more to it than just sitting behind a desk, clocking in and out, being stressed. But guess what? We have to do it. So then I decided, I said, okay, let me start YouTube. Let me start YouTube. I wonder how it's going to benefit me. Then I said, no, I'm not going to do it. I started my business. And I said, nobody's going to like me. Nobody's going to subscribe to me. People might think I'm just slow. I had all of that thought process. All of that was in my mind. And then I said, you know what? Let me give it a shot. So I started posting every now and again, and then I stopped. And then in October, I said to myself, you know what, Victoria, it is time for you to rise up. And I posted my first video challenging myself and others to do 2 videos a day. 2 videos a day, and keep going. And my subscribers, it climbed from like 80 to 88 to like 100. Now I'm at 150. Now for some people that might not be much, but for me, in consistency, it means a lot. And let me tell you something. And I'm not trying to get emotional, but my kids are getting up there. You understand me? My oldest one is already 23, and I ask myself time and time again, where in the hell did the time go? Then my other son is 17. My other son is 13, and then my 7-year-old. Like, you ask yourself, where did the time go? But the time goes right past you when all you're doing is working. You get what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with it, but you're missing out on life. You have to literally beg to have time off at these jobs. You're literally stressed the hell out. Let me tell you something. The beginning of last year, my anxiety was so bad. I literally used up all my free time. Used it up because I was so afraid that this job was going to stress me out. I'm still there. I mean, the job is coming along, but it is not my calling. My calling is to get out there and educate women. Women, I don't care what shade you are, but it is not always about sitting behind a desk. Let me tell you something. There are things that I want to be able to do with my boys that I'm not going to lie, I am restricted because I am the only one in the household paying bills. Okay? I go out of town and I'm like, okay, wait a minute. I got to be mindful of what I spend because I have to pay this, that, and that. Is child support coming in? It's coming in whenever they feel like it. Am I dependent upon it? Absolutely not. Because, y'all, I'm so sorry with this, Ben Marie, but it's not always about you clocking in and out. You get what I'm saying? Like 9 to 5 is cool. But you know what? When I sit back and I realize all I do is work, and I go on vacation and I'm still thinking about a bill. Like, I don't want to have to live that life. That life is not what was intended for us, to wake up in the morning, clock in and out, go to bed, get the kids off to school. No, I want to do some volunteering. I want to be able to educate women on life, self-care. You know, we being mothers and being overwhelmed and anxiety, because I dealt with that. I dealt with it, and it was hard for me, you know, as a mother, trying to hide it from my kids. And then I had to let the kids know, listen, mama is going through something mentally, and I love you guys. I just need y'all to just understand and work with me. And my kids were like, Mom, what's wrong? And I had to let them know, like, it's hard. You want to try to make sure that you do everything that you got to do for your kids. You want to make sure they have food. You want to make sure they have a decent roof over their head. You want to make sure they have shoes. You want to make sure that they're good. And in the meantime, in the back of your mind and in your heart, you're sinking because you can't enjoy life because you're clocking in and out. You don't make enough money. You're trying your hardest to do everything that you can. You work blood, sweat, and tears, and you only make pennies. And you could wake up in the morning and guess what happens? These same people that you done dedicated your time to, the same place that stressed you out and caused your anxiety to go to 1,000, will let you go. You think they care about your kids, your rent, your car note, your car insurance, the food, insurance you got to pay for car life? You think they care? No. The same people that will let you go will be the same people that have your position on their website. 2.25 seconds. So, we got to work together, y'all. I'm not downplaying anybody that works 9 to 5 because I am. But I can't get my time back, and neither can you. So we have to figure out what it is that we want to do now instead of waiting until 2025. What are we going to do? Okay? What are we going to do to eat? So y'all, I'm going to wrap this up because my phone keep acting up. But this is what I want us to do. Let's come up with a game plan on what we're going to do to get out of the situation that we're in so that we can have more time with our family, more time to give to the community other than just sitting down behind somebody's computer, clocking in and out, asking for time that you need to go to the doctor, to just take a day off. You got to put in a request and it has to get approved. We need to come up with a game plan, parents. We need to do it, and we need to do it now, because now is the time. No more begging for us to take time off. No more. It's over. We got to believe in ourselves. All right, y'all. Mama out. Bye.